St. Louis, I'd like to say good evening, St. Louis. We're going to go to school for a second, St. Louis. We're not going to stay long. We're just going to stay just a short while, but I'm going to run something by you, and I want you to really pay close attention to what I'm getting ready to share, because it's important. What we must begin to understand, and I don't think we have understood this, we must begin to understand that all is sound. Just imagine an ice cube being inside of a refrigerator at absolute zero. As long as the refrigerator don't drop its temperature, the ice will remain at that state. However, if the temperature begin to drop, the ice will start to melt. And based upon the ice melting, the ice is going to have probability of so many different ways in which it can view the world because it's decaying. So the perfection has now become imperfection. However, the ice is not aware of the imperfection because it had never left the refrigerator to grow in strength. And subsequently, it began to melt. Because if it would have went in the opposite direction at absolute zero, -1, -2, -3, it would have been going towards the future. However, the world itself was built on just absolute. And as a result of just absolute, there would be entropy taking place in that absolute. The reason I'm utilizing this as a way to get you to understand how you are, we are the same. We are a sound, and the sound must literally reach the perfect sound above every sound, and as a result, you will begin to see the world as it truly is. It will not be distorted, and there will not be many possibilities. In other words, just imagine if you were at a location and someone was shooting or trying to rob that location and take from the merchant or the business owner, and you were there. If you were at absolute zero and started to increase in power, -1, -2, you wouldn't see that incident take place. And the reason you wouldn't see it is because you will literally be above that sound, so that sound would manifest. It's like a radio station. In other words, your channel would be totally different than the entropy that's taking place with the subject trying to rob the merchant. So that wouldn't take place because your radio signal would be at minus absolute zero, and you wouldn't have contact with that other signal. I'm wanting to believe that's exactly what's occurring. Unfortunately, we've not understood how we are capable of becoming stronger than we have been, and we've acknowledged and accepted the lie as the truth. Based upon what we acknowledged and accepted, we built false religion, false doctrine to justify our illiteracy and ignorance. Also, they've turned the Bible into fables and stories, and based upon our inability to cause the ice to freeze based upon removing the entropy, we were incapable of understanding or even coming up with an idea or an understanding or even the question to ask. I've come to the realization that we are powerful, and it's our responsibility to reach a higher level of cognition and awareness, and as a result, any bacteria or disease will not be able to touch you because your level of sound will be in a different reality, and as a result, you will be free of different infirmities, heart disease, strokes, cancer, etc., because your sound will be above every sound. We all have the ability to meet and to become what we are capable of becoming, but we must come to the realization that we must become what we are capable of becoming. And until then, you're not going to know, because the ice, as it melts, is gaining more entropy, is gaining more disorder. So it's imperative that we wake up in this season and come to the realization that we must become one with that truth. And as a result, we will literally see the world as it truly is. St. Louis, the time is not tomorrow, the time is today for us to say all or nothing. And as a result of strengthening in mind, we will be able to see all that there is. And as a result, we can help our brothers and sisters, black and white, come to the realization of what life is all about. Until next time, I want all of you to remember, you got a brother that's going to fight for you. And I love you all. God bless.